And you'll know that it's working because, like, it'll be like that default kind of image that's at the top of the site on my page.
You are live.
There I am. Okay, boom. All right. And then I'll get the iPad going so I can see the chat.
And when you're on stream, let me know if the chat can hear me.
All right, why don't you go ahead and give me a mic test real quick here. Mic test 212. Mic test 212. Mic test real quick here. Mic test 212. Mic test 212. Mic test real quick here.
Doesn't look like they can hear. I don't know. Or sound like anybody.
I can hear you a little bit.
You can hear?
A little bit. Give me a shout out real quick here.
What?
Give me a shout out real quick here.
Let me see if I can update the settings.
Yep, I can hear you. I can hear you. We're good. We're good. All right.
Is it good? Does
Yeah.
it sound good?
I mean, you're a little lower in the mix and stuff like that than I am, but you can hear it enough. As long as I'm hanging back and stuff like that, you know, enough. I'll be able to. You'll be able to be heard.
Okay.
All right, so let's do one more mic test here. Mic test. This is the #1 microphone. Brandon Bones, Damon Andrews on the microphone. Chat, can you hear me? Holla if you can hear me. We got the people showing up in the chat here. The True Honor Code Wrestling in the chat. Primetime, my man, is in the chat. Shout out from the Wise Man. That's right, folks. The collaborative effort between the EWF and the MVWF is continuing here. We will be getting started momentarily. And take a gander at that main event. The rematch from the last event here, which we will talk about here in just a few moments. I'm going to go test the other two mics. This one's mic number 2. Mic number 2.
We can hear it. This one's mic number 2. Well, at least I can.
Mic number 3. Mic number 3.
The Dragon Ball Z narrator.
Alrighty, I think we are ready to go. Chat, just one more mic check for us and stuff like that. Beast, give me some rambling words here so make sure that the chat can hear you.
So, I don't know what to say.
Just say my name is the motherfucking Beast and I am live on the MVWF.
My name is motherfucking Beast. And I am live here in MVWF. I don't know if that was exactly what you said or not.
Oh yeah, dude. Perfect. Perfect. All right, folks. Let's just get some, how about some intro music? It's the MVWF and its presentation of DeathProof. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Damon Andrews, And I am your play-by-play man here for this 9-match card here tonight. The action and drama of the Managed Vegas Wrestling Federation continues here tonight. And as a special added bonus here, a shout out, I'm going to be joined here at ringside for the commentary from my color commentator, DeBeast from the EWF. Welcome, DeBeast.
What is good, MVWF? I'm so happy that I can be here commentating.
Yes, it is an absolute special occasion here tonight. Fantastic to see that the EWF, in spite of some of its technical difficulties, is managing to continue on the PlayStation 4. Honestly, I'm even surprised we managed to find a way to get you here. Folks, there's your main event. We'll be getting to that in just a second here, but let's start with our opening match here. We've got EWF members versus MVWF members here in this match, here in this 8-superstar battle royal. We've also got NWA member there instead in the match as well with Dragonheart Senior. Gotta pick. You want to pick this one? Who are you picking?
Honestly, I'm kind of. I'll pick either Dragonheart, Rolly G, the Beast, or Tyrese.
Right. Moving on here also. Big time match here in the undercard. A heavyweight versus a cruiserweight. Kurt Maple, the angriest French Canadian in all of Calgary, Alberta, Canada, going one-on-one with the MVWF Cruiserweight Champion, taking a week off here tonight from the Cruiserweight division to try and dip his toe in the heavyweight division. Because again, remember, Dragonheart Jr. has been, well, looking to take that step up into becoming a heavyweight. Also tonight, DeBeast. Oh, I'm pretty sure you've got some words here tonight. Going one-on-one with the tag team partner of his hated rival, last call, Jeremy Love, in the form of the Creed Warrior, Bronchar. And Bronchar is a big man, DeBeast, but you've got your hands full for certain. But we've seen that you know that even if you lose a match, you know how to rally, to recover, and to find a way to win. What are your chances? What do you got to say here tonight about your opponent, Bronchar?
See, I'm not even worried. I'm not even worried about it because he got the strength. Yes, he got the strength, but he doesn't have the stamina. So when he gets worn out, I'll just beat the fuck out of him and get it over with. And I'll be sure to flip off Jeremy a lot of times.
Well, the DeBeast, you could say he's got a plan. Also tonight, 8-superstar EWF versus MVWF. Oh my goodness. Look at this lineup right here. Andrew Dubs, Black Ice, El Toro, and Mr. Amazing going face-to-face in a no disqualification 8-man tag team match against Arn Patrick, Awesome Ron Awesome, and the former World Tag Team Champions, Danger Boy and his father, El Hamburguesa. Also tonight, Jesse Jackhammer, having lost the shot against the World Money Championship by countout, is now gone down a rung on the ladder, and he's going face-to-face with a man who's been running through all the big men here in the MVWF in the form of another big man himself, the 7-foot wonder, Brooklyn Joker. You gotta pick a winner in this one, DeBeast.
I gotta go for Jesse Jackhammer because, one, he has one of the best managers you can have, Brandon Bones. And two, I know damn well that Jesse Jackhammer, no matter what the opponent, he can fight out of it and get the win. I know that for sure.
Jesse, in his short time here in the MVWF, has absolutely shown that he has incredible toughness and resiliency. But Brooklyn Joker is such a punishing wrestler. Man, it is a clash of titans here in this one. Also tonight, the big-time gang beatdown initiation match. Behind the scenes here, perhaps a bridge being gapped here between the Macho Honk, or excuse me, this week it's Ricky the Dragon Steam Honk against his brother Ryan Doyle, the unique opportunity briefcase holder, Westside Ito, and the man the Macho Honk actually injured with a pile driver on the floor, the White Side. Now, the brothers, as a result of a phone call from their mother, told them that they needed to settle this shit now and be a family, or fuck it, get in there in the ring and settle it out. And now the thing is that the thing that's on the line here is that he wants to be a part of the MVWO. The irony here is that the Macho Man at WrestleMania, Matchmania, now I'm doing your show. How many times did I almost call fucking WrestleMania Matchmania? The 2 nights of WrestleMania. That shit kept fucking happening because that's just what I'm fucking used to. But back to the story here, right? It was the white side who gave the scissor fight slam in both falls to Dan Crane that cost the Macho Man his MVWF World Heavyweight Championship. If he shows up enough spirit here tonight, if the MVWO can find a way to forgive, forget, and accept him, the cruel irony here is that, well, Ricky the Dragon Steamhawk would be replacing Dan Crane, the man he retired at Matchmania, while the man took the belt away from him. So, man, there's a lot of complications and ins and outs on this one here to pay attention to. And even though that it's a 3-on-1 match here, folks, do not count Ricky the Dragon Steamhawk out. Also, tonight's big-time match here, folks. This one called for weeks by primetime Sean Sanders, and after destroying the Dark Horseman just last week, over 30 minutes, 2 out of 3 falls. Man, what a team. What an invincible fucking team does W Styles and primetime Sean Sanders come across here tonight against the very unlikely tag team championship team of 2 former rivals, Kyle Empire and Adrian Knight, united by that dastardly piece of shit back there, the Skinny Wolf. And the tag team titles are on the line in a 20-minute Iron Man tables-only match. One of the most popular formats here in the MVWF, especially a great way to do a tag team title match. It'll be anything goes, tornado rules, titles on the line, and in 20 minutes, whoever put more guys through a table will be the tag team champions. And one more championship is on the line here tonight. St. Cloud, having produced such a tremendous match here, DeBeast. I want you to jump in here in a second. I mean, what a match that was at WrestleMania. Night 1 stole the show, Night 2 stole the show right there as Sensei Mark Zaleski stepped outside of the MVWF for the very first time in his career with a barn burner of a successful title defense against St. Cloud. And behind the scenes, Zaleski has shown so much reverence and admiration for St. Cloud here that it's actually made a change in the Sensei, who seemingly was going down a very dark path here. But now he opened the challenge to St. Cloud. St. Cloud has accepted, and now he is getting the title match here tonight, DeBeast.
I mean, honestly, I think St. Cloud, he has a very good chance to win because when
he came so close.
WrestleMania 92, it was just one mistake.
Yeah. You are absolutely right. Yep. Right. He was so close.
Yeah, so close, but yet so far. And I bet that maybe St. Cloud could learn from his mistakes and beat Sensei Mark Zaleski for the championship.
You know what? And you're the right guy to say that sort of thing, as considering that is entirely reflective of the situation you just found yourself in. You know, you took a hard loss to Jeremy on the was it a Backlash, and then you came into his territory on his turf, had an epic fucking match with him this time, showed that you could learn from your mistakes, take his best shots, and still find a way to win. And now one more match here tonight, the big fucking rematch from the last event. These two guys went 2 out of 3 falls, went 1-1 against each other, with the challenger, by the way, winning the very first fall, meaning that he's got something of a Pyrrhic victory right here over Dennis to take a Hitman Hart, because he beat him first, Beast. He beat him first, and he held that lead with pretty much till there was about 2 minutes left. And then all the champion had to do was sandbag for another few seconds, and that's just what it came down to being. And again, Too Cool Koito has been looking for that elusive first championship title win in his entire 20-year career. and he went to a draw with the champion. I mean, how would somebody feel? How would you feel if you were in that situation, Beast?
Honestly, I would just have no words on it. I'd be so fucking pissed that...
And when I spoke to Tuchel Koito, he was absolutely heartbroken when I spoke to him. He asked to not be seen in the media. But folks, that is your card here. Let's get it started. And here is our opening match here. We've got 8 men in a battle royal here. It is a absolute soup. Some debuts here for some EWF members representing. We got NWA representing. We've got the MVWF out there representing as well. From left to right, we've got Shadow, Tyrese, Dragonheart, Antonio Brown from the Pittsburgh Steelers. With the gray mask on there, the Asthmatic Assassin, the former Cruiserweight Champion. Uno Minoru, the Skinny Wolf, and Rolly, the Beast. DeathProof. All right, action already hot and heavy at the sound of the bell. All 8 competitors already in the ring, Beast.
Yeah, and honestly, I changed my mind. I just vote for only Rolly to win because Rolly, he has experience in these 8-man or multi-man matches, and he's won a couple battle royals, so he has experience in this.
And by the look of his body type, he looks like he's the kind of guy that would have like a lot of low center of gravity, real heavy in the hips and stuff, right? Could sandbag if he wanted to, especially when the point is to try and get him over the top rope.
Yeah, that's another great thing that helps him with that world. He doesn't even need to try. He can just pick their ass up and dump them.
Right. And look at Antonio Brown out there on the apron. And what can you tell us about Tyrese?
So Tyrese, he is a fire because no matter what the situation is, he knows how to make a comeback.
Right.
He is a one-time United States champion. He thrives in chaotic environments.
Oh, look at that! Both men jumping off the top rope in a battle royal. Very dangerous and risky thing to do. And the Wolf, sidesteps the body block. Now, for those of you EWF fans who are just joining us for the first time, there goes the Skinny Wolf over the top rope. He is an icon of violence in the MVWF, stabbed in the face 27 times with a fork strike from Awesome Ron Awesome, who you'll be seeing later here tonight. That is why his face is covered in scars. And, of course, he is the manager of the World Tag Team Champions, Adrian Knight and Kyle Empire. Of course, in there in the gold and black, Antonio Brown for the Pittsburgh Steelers. For all of you NFL fans, the man who stole Tom Brady's wife, a member of Cobra Kai. In the black and white. In the black and white is Shadow, the former World Money Champion, the first World Money Champion, by the way. And right there with the Hurricane Rana, Andrew Doves, a man Brandon Bones knows very well. Oh, no, that's Monaro. Uno Monaro. And he gets German suplexed. Oh!
That's another name for him.
Right. Uh-oh. Oh! Antonio Brown clotheslined himself on the top rope, and Dragonheart with the Dragon's Tail rolling out of town. Return to sender. And the Skinny Wolf has been eliminated. And here comes the Asthmatic Assassin off the top rope. Bulldog! One-footed dropkick. Tombstone pile driver for Rolly. Rolly now over the top rope, and out he goes!
Despite that much, Rolly could
That was a good guy to get eliminated right there. For the rest of those competitors still inside this match. And Tyrese up on the shoulders right there. Managed to get himself free. Over the top rope, the assassin. Oh, and Shadow surviving the onslaught. Poison Rana. Dragon Rana. And Antonio Brown caught Dragonheart on the pivot. And he retreats under the bottom rope. And there's the nebulizer for the asthmatic assassin. And the assassin is out. And another elimination for Shadow. Nice leg drop right there. Shadow running things out here. Great job, buddy. You look good out there. Now, go do the walk of shame. Oh, nice double underhook backbreaker. Antonio Brown's still out there. And out he goes, and Dragonheart overpowers him. And it's triple threat time. There's Antonio Brown. Off to the showers, and what a clothesline by Shadow! And perhaps now the Guzzo up in the air, choke slam! But Dragonheart was right on point, and oh, he sidestepped him! What an elimination right there! Tyrese now, oh! He held on! Up on the shoulders, Tyrese, Shadow. Shadow now in a vulnerable position. Tyrese now going to try and overpower him, but Shadow, a strong man, holding on with everything he's got. No, Shadow manages to survive that. How did he do it? Oh, and again another counter move from the vulnerable position right there. And twice now, Tyrese has had this thing, but now he's going to get tombstoned. Is that it for Tyrese? Stop doing that. And over the top rope, and a big win for Shadow.
Tyrese was so close to winning that.
I mean, you
had Shadow on the apron.
You can't knock Tyrese for the effort. He went the distance here tonight. Started and was the last man eliminated. Eliminated the Skinny Wolf right there, you see. So it's not like he went scoreless here. But man, Shadow was just so strong, so powerful. Dragonheart tried to pick his shot right there, but man, he got sidestepped big time. Wish I had the replay of that.
I'll give Shadow credit. He faced Dragonheart and Tyrese at basically the same time because they were just dominating both.
Couldn't agree more. I mean, what a performance here. Shadow, the former World Money Champion, two-time former World Money Champion, first-time World Money Champion, representing the NWA. And man, the MVWF sparing no expense with the pyro tonight for this man here. And you know he's going to be handsomely rewarded for this big, big victory. Alrighty, folks, this one here is definitely going to be a clash of styles. Kurt Maple, the angriest French-Canadian in all of Calgary, Alberta, Canada, is going to go as a heavyweight one-on-one with the cruiserweight champion, Dragon Hart Jr. I believe he is a four-time cruiserweight champion, the most decorated cruiserweight in MVWF history, and he's done all of that in just the last year. But now, having conquered all the mountains in the cruiserweight division, he will go one-on-one with Kurt Maple here, and perhaps dip his toe into the heavyweight division, which would mean we would probably put the Cruiserweight Championship on ice for a little while to see how it goes for old Dragon Hart Jr. here. Perhaps he could eclipse everything that his father has done. I mean, Dragon Hart Sr. has actually challenged for the MVWF Championship. Kurt Maple is a former MVWF World's Heavyweight Champion. Won the championship in his rookie year. In fact, was the Rookie of the Year last year, because he was the only rookie in 8 years who has won the World's Heavyweight Championship. So this is quite the match here, Beast, for some of the uninitiated here in a clash of styles. Who you got?
Honestly, it's tough to choose, but seeing what Dragon Hart can do to others despite just giving his opponent everything that he's trying to do, no matter what happens, it just takes one big...
Yeah. Of course, Kurt Maple, I mean, don't let your eyes deceive you. I mean, when you see what he is and what he looks like, it is exactly what you think it is. He is the Canadian Kurt Angle. But he's just been struggling with this apartment lease he can't seem to get rid of. Oh, the responsibilities of being an adult as also being French-Canadian and angry. But Kurt Maple has been in some very, very tough matches. I mean, had a tremendous feud with Unbreakable Ryan Doyle from the MVWO, one of the top feuds of the last couple of years. He is an absolutely brutal competitor when he wants to be. That right there, remember when you asked me what a toque is? That's a toque. It's like a winter hat with a pom-pom on it. And almost as if he thought himself a giant of actual size, Kurt Maple steps over the top rope like he was the Big Show or some shit. And here he comes, the MVWF Cruiserweight Champion. Former World Tag Team Champion as well with Dragon Hart Sr. And once again, holding the gold high and proud. The pride of Queens, New York. Train enthusiast. But I think you would agree with me, Beast. Going into this match, Kurt Maple needs to ground this man, keep him on the mat, take away all that ability that he can to do any of that high flying, stop the 630, keep him on the ground, make him submit. What do you say? He can't fly. Yeah, absolutely. But man, the Dragon Hearts, both senior and junior, have made such an impression here in the MVWF. Of course, Brennan Bones just a few nights ago in the NWA finally lost the NWA National Heavyweight Championship. Oh, and a Hurricane Rana at the bell ring. Maple now kicks him off. Oh, this time stuffed it. Went for it one too many times right there. And that's right, folks. It is MVWF Death Proof. My name is Damian Andrews. Joined at ringside with me, my partner, the Beast from the EWF. We are doing a collaboration here. Happy to have you here, sir.
I appreciate being able to be here. I appreciate the opportunity.
I got to tell you, I had such a fantastic time calling the St. Cloud Mark Selesky match. I cannot wait to call the rematch for those two here tonight. So much continuity and connectivity, and there's a Macho Man elbow from the top rope. And that's a good way to assert yourself with your size and strength right there.
Yeah, he's doing exactly what I said.
Oh.
What me and you said. But he's trying to keep on the ground. He's trying to get rid of any momentum that Dragon Heart Jr. could do.
Yeah. And what do you think that, I mean, Dragonheart Jr., though, as far as his strategy, he needs to stick and move, man. He needs to stay out of the hands of Kurt Maple. He needs to get those opportunities where he can land something from the top rope or a springboard of some sort, something that he can hit him with that'll compensate for the size difference and still have a tremendous amount of impact. Over the top rope goes Kurt Maple. And now, yep, top rope, Dragon Conrada! What a daring move right there by Junior. Drops the elbow on him. Kurt Maple doesn't allow him to have the advantage for very long, but it's still a very spectacular move from Dragonheart Jr.
Yeah, if I was Dragonheart, I'd just keep on the offense. Like, no breaks.
Let's look at that right there. Picks the ankle into the Maple lock. But a rope break right there. And interesting piece of irony right there as the Cruiserweight Champion going for a rope break when he's basically known for being in a division where rope breaks are not allowed. Got him up against the ropes. Clothesline over the top rope. And Dragonheart Jr. now, what's he got in store for him? Speeding off the ropes. Boom! What a fantastic high-flying move. Space flying tiger drop. Up in the air. Dragon Conrada. And look at Junior now starting to put his moves together. And again, Dragonheart Jr. is, in one-on-one matches, usually doesn't have to keep his ears open for a count-out outside the ring. Not even a one count. And that right there is the first evidence we've seen of the real big difference of what happens when you have a cruiserweight face a heavyweight. And look at him just shrug off the kick right there. And that's why I was talking about earlier, power slam. That, like, if he's going to hit him with those kicks, make it a springboard, do it off the top rope, something that's going to add a little more oomph to it. And a maple lock, and Dragonheart Jr. now got to find his way out. Man, that sort of resembled Kurt Angle versus Rey Mysterio at SummerSlam back in 2002. Mysterio countered Kurt Angle's ankle lock that very same way. And you got to know that both of these guys are students of both of those guys. Kick to the face right there. That'll have some impact. Look at this, putting the big man on the ground right here, making his size, well, again, he's got him tied up right here. Well done. We caught him with the knee to the inside, and now Kurt Maple to the top rope. Man, Kurt Dragonheart way across the ring for the flying elbow, and has hit it 2 out of 2 times now. Oh, blocked a belly-to-belly suplex. They collide. Nice duck. Inside kick. Oh, underneath, under the bridge. That time, and now the strikes are starting to have impact. 2 count. Almost the victory here for the Cruiserweight Champion, fighting a full-on heavyweight 630. Will this be it, Beast? Kick out at 2. Dragonheart. Oh, the corner. Oh, right under his head. But no, Kurt Maple. Oh, that time it put him down. Too many shots to the head right there. Oh, and another strike to the head. Dragonheart, realizing he may have hurt him here, and he's like, count his ass out. I mean, some strategy here from Dragonheart Jr. But Kurt Maple also getting a chance to recover. But boy, I mean, being dropped on his head 3 times right there. And Kurt Maple still staggering on his feet. 20 counts here in the MVWF. Man, he got into the ring very slow. I think Kurt Maple might be hurt here, Beast. What do you think? Oh, Beast is not here right now. Okay. Well, now Dragonheart Jr. again working the leg. Perhaps stretching the hamstrings. Dragonheart Jr. went for a pile driver, but no, the big man overpowered him. Drops down. Belly-to-belly suplex, and again for the second time, Dragonheart Jr. has sandbagged the suplex, and no knee to the midsection this time. Takes him down, shoulders down, laying his hook, and a kick out by Kurt Maple. Oh, you back, Beast?
Yeah, sorry.
Man, these guys tearing it up right here, but man, the Dragon Conrada takes him over. But perhaps now, Dragonheart Jr. 630 connects for the second time. And for the victory, Cruiserweight over Heavyweight 2. He did it! He did it!
Dragonheart Jr. gets the win.
Unbelievable! And now, you gotta wonder, and Beast, I think you will concur, is that from now that Dragonheart Jr. has found this alternate path into the heavyweight division, that he absolutely deserves a run as a heavyweight. to fight in the division. I mean, and you saw the contrast here all throughout this. Kurt Maple's size was a factor here. But man, the two 630s made all the difference in the world. Man, he was so quick right there, man. And again, that's what I was talking about. He couldn't get his hands on him. Congratulations. Go for it, bud. Yeah. Yep. I mean, there were some stretches there. Dragonheart was definitely getting overpowered, but ultimately he rallied.
Yeah, that's the thing about both Dragonheart and Dragonheart Jr. They both know how to make a comeback after they just got their ass beat.
And listen to this ovation here. What a victory for this young man. And perhaps a fork in the road, a direction has been chosen for Dragonheart Jr. to compete in the heavyweight division. And so I guess just to kind of like look into the future here, that ultimately what that means is that for Dragonheart Jr. from this point forward, how he's going to be booked is against other heavyweights, and we're going to put the cruiserweight division overall on ice for a little bit. Because the man has gone through the entire division. He has earned his place. That even though he had that stutter there at the end where he had that amazing feud with the Chronic Avenger, Rich Newell, but I think he is definitely he's ready to take that step up the ladder into something new for Dragonheart Jr. And I don't think the MVWF, the EWF, or the NWA would disagree. Okay. Moving on here, one-on-one. Braun Char, the sometime tag team partner of Last Call Jeremy Love, the former world champion, going one-on-one with the owner of the EWF here, moonlighting here in the MVWF. And man, I gotta say here, I'm going to give you a heads up to Beast. I'm going to tell you a little Braun Char story before we get started here. Braun Char suffered one of the most embarrassing losses in MVWF history as far as the way that he lost the match. He was defending a now defunct championship called the MVWF Super 32 Championship against Unbreakable Ryan Doyle. Doyle is known for a few things, namely some of the gross names of his finishing moves, like the humanure, which is human and manure becoming one word. But he's also known for having a knockout punch that is to be admired. And Braun Char went to the top rope, and he leaped off the top rope for a double sledge, and Doyle reared back with his right fist, cocked it like it was a nuclear weapon, target sighted, locked in, blam! Punched him out of the air, pinned him 1, 2, 3, won the belt from him. Braun Char has a big fucking beard, but a glass fucking jaw. So I'm going to give this to you, buddy. Go out there and kick this dude in the mouth, and you will win this thing. I'm going to help you out here. Braun Char, he's big, he's blue, he's scary. But if you look close enough, he's not that scary. And Jeremy, I think he's ducking you, buddy. You could be wrestling Jeremy here tonight in the rubber match right here tonight, but I think he's ducking you. And I think the booking is trying to protect Jeremy here.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. Like, Jeremy, if you're mad that you lost, then why not just face me? instead of getting your little buddy to face me for you.
I mean, a perfectly reasonable argument right there, Beast, because, again, I mean, if Jeremy thinks that he's stretching things out or he's just trying to, taunt you and stuff, it's not going to work. You're not some rookie walking in off the street here. Alrighty, folks, we are just about to get started with this next match.
This little stump bitches like I did
The crowd goes home for the entrance for Braun Char.
They paid too much to see you.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from out of this world.
And these two have challenged for the World Tag Team Championship, and they might again someday. Former Super 32 champion Braun Char, brought into the MVWF by Dan Crane long before he retired. And here he comes! The owner of the EWF, the Beast, making only his second appearance here in the MVWF. And just last week, avenging a humiliating loss to Last Call Jeremy Love. And what an ovation here for this young man. Boom! Beast, tell him about all the titles you've won. What an ovation. Man, I gotta say that the MVWF universe was so impressed with the way Beast performed in his debut match just a week ago. Yeah, listen to that crowd. The MVWF faithful appreciating the EWF. Of course, all of them watched WrestleMania's Nights 1 and 2, Backlash. Huge events for the EWF.
And I sent him down already.
The Beast now inside the ropes, drop kick. Man, took him down. And again, you can see there's once again, we've got a huge size difference. And so I guess perhaps we'll see just what Beast can do to compensate. And that flying knee might have been telegraphed a little bit. Nice jab, sent him back into the corner. Big time elbow, stopped him cold. Man, both guys trying to fight through the other's offense, and man, Braunchar plows right through DeBeast with the clothesline. And now he's going to take a high-risk move. Not sure how smart this is. This is exactly the position he was in when Doyle knocked him out of midair. Ah! Forearm smash, and perhaps now Braunchar taking that first step forward. Psych with the jab, got him with the victory roll, turned him over. Good counter wrestling, but a strong kick out by DeBeast. Ooh. And now look at Jeremy taking the turnbuckle off the pad. Come on, Smelly, get over there. And Braunchar not really getting much of a chance to take advantage of the referee being distracted here. And he rolls outside the ring. DeBeast, though, nowhere to hide. Braunchar. DDT on the floor. And isn't that telling right there? DeBeast going with what worked for him against Jeremy. Because, man, those 3 or 4 or 5 different variations of the DDT are what won you that match against Jeremy. Beast, tell him.
I mean, that DDT is always a game changer in any match that I'm in.
Yeah. And as a main offensive move against Jeremy in that match, oh, Beast, big mistake right there. Punched the ground. That sucks. Braunchar now going to talk a little shit. In 20 counts outside the ring for those of you new to the MVWF. And Jeremy continuing to try and get involved. Throwing a karate stick into the ring. Smelly again distracted by Jeremy. Oh, nice Pele kick right there. And DeBeast using that speed. But that, oh man, got leapt into the air and got knocked into the air. 2! Right shoulder came up. Headbutt right there from Braunchar. Jeremy at ringside, watching his tag team partner work over the man that defeated him just a week ago. Perhaps giving him some insight. And now going to the top rope. Beast now. What's he got in store for him? Hurricane Rana takes him over. And again, perhaps maybe not projecting the DDT. Again, did something different right there. Perhaps DeBeast trying to foreshadow whether or not just how good that advice was. Good night, City, right there. 1, 2, and a kick out by DeBeast. Kick, up kick right there. Good defensive move. Showing some good recovery skills by DeBeast. Up in the air, German suplex right into the bottom turnbuckle. Get out of the way, Smelly. You're in the fucking way of the camera.
Everybody points to one thing.
DeBeast in the corner. Rushed him. Clothesline.
I mean, this guy's making a comeback again.
Oh, he's trying to crush his head. Trying to crush his head. And DeBeast finding it somewhere within the pain. Big time cyclone kick. The knockout shot. Shoulders down. 1. Kick out at 1. That has got to be very pleasing to Jeremy right there. And a double sledge. Hitting him while he's down. Goes to the cover. Hooks the leg. 1. Count again. And DeBeast a little surprised by that, and now again, oh, he got distracted. Oh, he did. He tried to walk it off. Oh, caught him from behind. And now Jeremy taking credit for that. Big, broad splash. And a bleeding Kree Warrior here. 2. And he got the shoulder up in time. Caught him. Eat defeat.
He has a chance. Oh, he's going for that front flip DDT.
That flipping DDT. Boom, he hit him. For the victory. 1, 2. Oh, the left shoulder came up. And the Beast is right in position. Wasting no time. Oh, he missed the swanton. Nice snapmare right there. Didn't get rattled by not hitting the swanton. Hit that elbow right there. But Jeremy now has removed the turnbuckle. This one, action-packed here. The heart attack clothesline as Bradshaw trying to rally. Kick to the midsection. Right in front of Jeremy now. Takes him over to the turnbuckle. To the exposed turnbuckle. Oh, face first. And now grabs him by the head. Takes him out to the center of the ring. Backbreaker, holds on to him. Backbreaker again. Ooh, a 1 count. Is Beast trying to rally?
He's going to go for it again. The front foot DDT.
Right in front of Jeremy. Oh no, referee! She turned around just in time. 1, 2. Bradshaw kicked out again. And you get maybe the frustration starting to build up into Beast.
The Beast has to wonder what MVWF does he have to do in order to beat.
Beast trying to rally now. Wow, and a big man throwing a drop kick sends Beast sprawling. The big man got him up in the air. Elbow shots. Beast finds his way off the broad shoulders of Bradshaw. Eat defeat once again. Top rope, swanton. This time it hits. Will that be enough? No. It's not enough for the Beast. Second swanton. He wants to make sure. No. He's going again. Oh, the third time. Once to the well too often. Is it the fatal mistake? No.
Oh, it's a tackle kick. I can see it now. I can see it.
Cyclone kick. Caught him by surprise. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Kicked out again. And Jeremy loves it. Swanton! He finally hit the third. No. No, he wants the trifecta. Fuck you, Jeremy, he says. And a third time. Oh, and for a second third time, I guess, it didn't work. Man, the Beast wants to put the exclamation point, leave no doubt to anyone here. Cyclone kick, this time didn't knock him down. Still on his feet, ducks underneath, Pele kick. But Jeremy, good timing right there. Get the fuck out of here, Jeremy, because I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to your boy here, says the Beast. Watch this, asshole. Big time splash. Shoulders down for the victory. 2, 3. With emphasis. Wow! Bradshaw had some very timely help throughout this match. But Beast never took a step back. Well, he got knocked back, the fuck back right there. Give Bradshaw some credit right there. He hit him as hard as he possibly could. But man, when the Beast got him in his sights and started hitting the flurry right there, and Beast, what did we just do right there? Was that not what I was talking about right there? That was reflective of those changes that I just made the other day. You know what I'm talking about? Like those, the timing, the frequency. Like this one, I must have given the Swanton the flurry late in the match. Yeah, that was amazing. And man, look at the look on Jeremy's face. Upset that his man Bradshaw was not successful here, and look at just breathing it in. The Beast, 2-0 here in the MVWF, undefeated. Okay, folks, strap yourselves in. All right, you know what? This one, I'm going to have to turn the entrances off on this one. Yeah, just for the sake of brevity here, these guys, no disqualifications, tags are on. They got 60 minutes to get it done here. I'm pretty sure knockouts are on this one, too. Make it happen. It's EWF versus MVWF. Here, the shot across the bow match here. Mr. Amazing, Black Ice, Andrew Dubs, and Tyrese. No, excuse me, El Toro, excuse me, sorry. And I'll have you know, they'll be facing Arn Patrick, Awesome Ron Awesome, and the family, Danger Boy and his father, El Hamburguesa.
I mean, EWF is going against more.
Hey, how about this one? How about you take over the play-by-play on this one, bud?
Even though I probably don't know most of the names, I'll try.
That's Arn Patrick in the hoodie. The sleeveless plaid shirt right there, right in front. That's El Hamburguesa, the 99 right there. That's the Danger Boy. And over there with the mullet and the chin braid is Awesome Ron Awesome.
Oh, that's all of the punch. My engine got trying to go through that direction. The middle here.
And that, you know what? I think Andrew Dubs might have done his homework on Arn Patrick, because that clothesline, that amazing fucking clothesline right there that like Bradshaw used to do, takes your head off, and that's his famous move of Arn Patrick. Well said on my part. Go for it, buddy.
All the clotheslines in the corner. I thought he was going to go for the tag there, but he does not give a fuck about any of those three. We go for the spin. Body gets broken up.
Arn Patrick making the save. Oh, he gets clothesline for his efforts, though.
He ain't dealing with that shit. And on forearm. Now back to the legal man. Going for the pin. 1, 2, peace out. Wait, has him in his seated position now, kneeling. What is he trying to do?
Of course, we know what Andrew Dubs has done in the EWF, that classic match he had with Brandon Bones at WrestleMania Night 1.
Yeah, Andrew Dubs, the very man to injure Brandon Bones, the reason Brandon Bones has that neck brace.
Yeah, attacked him in the parking lot like a coward.
And now tagging in with Black Ice, former hardcore champion here.
Of course, Awesome Ron Awesome, one of the OG original MVWF members. Oh, look at that.
Oh, the front face.
And a save by El Hamburguesa.
They're both down.
Double down here.
First to get up. Black Ice gets up first. What's he trying to do? Oh, shit.
No disqualification. And he's introducing some plunder.
Bucket's taken down. The Mr. one's away. In the knee.
Spinning toe hold. Also known as the Cricket Crab Crunch, as named by the Insane Clown Posse on their famous Stranglemania video. I dare you to look that up on YouTube. The ICP's Stranglemania 1 and 2. Ron Awesome trying to make up his mind here. EWF versus MVWF. I guess, Beast, you're going to have to pick the EWF in this one.
Oh, yeah, I am. And plus, those four are very worthy of representing EWF in this match.
Hey, Damian Andrews being the play-by-play guy for the MVWF. I'm going to take the MVWF side in this, but of course, fair play. Off the ropes.
Oh!
And if you didn't know,
Trying to make the tag.
El Hamburguesa and Danger Boy holds the record for most title defenses in a single tag team title reign. 10 straight title defenses before they lost the belt. And they had several title reigns before that also had about 4 or 5 of them as well, making them one of the most decorated tag teams in the history of the MVWF. Black Ice.
Black Ice must be pulling out all the stops to win this match.
Forearm shot. He had a plan for that can. Hey, that rhymed. I'm gonna give myself a handshake on that one.
Oh, what is it? Tagging with Mr. Amazing.
And what do we say about Mr. Amazing in the EWF?
Mr. Amazing is one of the most dominant competitors you could be going against.
I mean, do not underestimate him because of where he gets his haircut. Mr. Amazing is exactly that, folks. He is tough as nails. Uh-oh. Powerbomb!
Oh, the Amazing Bomb!
Look at that sign out there.
Mr. Amazing.
We got some NWA fans in the crowd saying the MVWF fears.
I was gonna say earlier, Mr. Amazing, is the very person that Brandon Bones would piss his pants about if he had to go against.
Yep. Bones feels like if he was ever booked against Mr. Amazing that he did not have much of a chance to win that thing. Bit of a strange admission on his part. Dubs has a plan for the can. Cross arm breaker.
Andrew Dubs with his Japanese style of wrestling can do a lot of submission holds.
Oh. Dubs perhaps taking the bait right there. Got him trapped in the opposite corner. And now he's going to eat the can right to the head and put a big old fucking dent in the thing. And Arn Patrick loving that shit. Stomps him.
Wait a sec. What is he thinking of doing to Dubs now?
Perhaps this, no, he was thinking about making the tag, and here comes Awesome Ron Awesome.
Andrew Dubs doesn't want help from the other three
Hits him with the destroyer, and that's the move that he used to injure Brandon Bone's neck on the pavement in the parking lot. El Toro.
Tagged in, maybe, who knows, this guy could headbutt you straight in the place you don't.
I'll tell you what, though, but Ron Awesome is the kind of guy that loves to throw headbutts. I mean, that is an absolute meeting of bull versus bull. Oh, and off the ropes. Ron Awesome on the apron.
To the apron, what's he thinking?
And El Toro in fantastic shape. He's fucking ripped.
What is that? Oh, I thought he grabbed the weapon there.
He did, but he decided not to bring it into the ring even though it's no DQ. London Bridge is falling down. Hooks the leg, goes for the cover. Don't think you're going to get this one here. He did! He did!
Team EWF gets the victory in this. I honestly did not expect it to end like that. But what is it?
Wow! Give it up for El Toro, making his debut here tonight. And made quick work of Awesome Ron Awesome, the MVWF icon. Wow. Well, everybody got a little bit of time in the ring to kind of make their debut, of course, so get to know each other a little bit here. You're going to be seeing lots more of the EWF competitors here on MVWF television as a regular thing here, while my good friend DeBeast works out some of his technical difficulties or whatever, managing to somewhat survive on the PS4, I'd imagine. But of course, don't count Beast out. He will be back on his feet, no doubt, as we grow to have a shared continuity here between the MVWF, the EWF, and the NWA, if you don't mind. But then El Toro right there dropped Ron Awesome on his face and got the victory for his team. Honestly, I can't be too mad at it, man, because, like, I'm glad the match ended when it did, because that match I was kind of worried it might go on a little too long. But, man, no one could save Ron Awesome there. Mr. Amazing. Okay.
Each competitor played their part in that match.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, congratulations to the EWF. Fair play. Ron Awesome, of course, a legend of the MVWF, man, got pinned here tonight. Did the job. The MVWF 0-1, I guess now. Well, no, 0-2 if you want to include 0-3. No, yeah, 0-3 right now, because if you want to include the Braun Char match and, of course, the Beast match against Jeremy. Yeah, well done to the EWF. Undefeated against the MVWF at this point.
Yes, sir. So, Brandon, my parents just told me that we gotta go to the store, so I'm gonna have to dip. But thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Congratulations on your victory.
Thank you, man.
All right.
If I return just in time, I probably could return, but no promises.
Right.
So, if we don't, then I'll say no, thank you for having me. This has been an amazing show so far.
Peace.
And I'm willing to bet that it's going to be even better as it goes on.
Right. And, of course, how could it not be when I've got a huge match like Brooklyn Joker versus Jesse Jackhammer?
I shall see y'all later.
Later.
Peace out.
All right, well, at least he was here for his match so he could see his victory. But we've got NWA versus MVWF here. The Bones Enterprises, also known as Extreme Chaos in the EWF. Brandon Bones going to come out with his charge. Jesse Jackhammer, the World Traveler here. Man who keeps dipping in and out from his vacation here to compete here in the MVWF, as he is traveling to all of the most beautiful tropical islands and places across the globe. And now Brooklyn Joker here has been on a run here in the MVWF, where he's been looking to take on all of the big men here in the MVWF. So, man, he's been going up against guys like Braun Char. And, man, having a tremendous run here. Jesse Jackhammer, one of those big guys, too. Oh, look at this. The MVWF putting their video over the entrance here of Brooklyn Joker. Almost kind of putting their thumb on him. That's a little out of line. Brooklyn Joker, 7 foot tall, over 300 pounds. One of the biggest stars here in e-fetting. Former MVWF World's Heavyweight Champion here in his first year here in the MVWF. He's not a rookie. And tonight, he represents the NWA. Oh, El Toro, you did fantastic in your match. You won the match. And the MVWF faithful love and respect Brooklyn Joker. Yeah, Toro, we're starting off a little slow here and stuff because, like, I mean, I'm bringing a lot of EWF guys, or guys that I'm at least designating EWF guys, because I kind of want to, like, you know, ease y'all in. And Beast has been having trouble with his show and stuff like that, and barely kind of holding on, using, you know, going back to his PS4 to make this shit happen. So the fear is that he may not be able to do his show at all at some point, like especially if like he gets frustrated and his PS4 keeps failing him. So I kind of want to keep the EWF going here in the MVWF. I mean, man, our collaboration has gone so strong so far, with so much crossover and continuity and stuff. It's been fantastic. Jesse Jackhammer, the Canadian Nightmare, World Traveler, accompanied at ringside by that motherfucker, Father Peace, the Peace Prophet, Brandon Bones. Of course, Brandon Bones on a tear himself here, not on the card himself tonight. But man, what a victory he had just a couple nights ago in LTD, winning in the main event. Defeating Mordred Nightwalker, defeating Totes McGoats, defeating Dragonheart Sr., and defeating Digital Dog. Wiped out half the field. Uh-oh, here he comes. But Jesse, a former MVWF World Money Champion, what a title reign he had, what a rivalry he had with Shadow. Man, Brooklyn Joker's so tall, he was off screen. Man, took him down. Hard strike right there. And a little short. Which is a weird thing to say about a guy as tall as Brooklyn Joker. Misses the stomp. Jesse, though, up in the air. Boom! Uppercut! Right under the chin. Joker putting together the combinations. The impact being felt, and Joker, who's been chasing Brandon Bones in LTD, he's like, give me a fucking wrestle me for fuck's sake over in LTD. And Brandon Bones is like, I don't want to, buddy. I don't want to. He's like, no, you can see quite clearly he does not want to wrestle Brooklyn Joker. Moonsault! And the distraction right there bought Jesse a moment. 1 count only on Brooklyn Joker. Boy, it sure was nice having a guest star doing a share screen with me here tonight. It's the first time I've managed to do that sort of thing on my own show. Inside cradle. Brooklyn Joker, very underrated in the fundamentals right there. And I don't think he was expecting to get it right there, but Jesse Jackhammer's so tough. And again, Jesse's a big guy too, you know, out there in there with a guy like Brooklyn Joker, and he does not look like the giant that Jesse Jackhammer actually is, being out there amongst a guy like Brooklyn Joker. Caught him with the knee strike. Jesse Jackhammer off the... All right, perhaps got a little indecisive right there. Didn't know exactly what he wanted to do. Went over, just started pounding him in the back of the neck. And a big old leg drop. Like he dropped it at the Sky Dome. And now Jesse Jackhammer. Big time Canadian elbow. Double leg takedown. Perhaps the Canadian curb stomp. Oh, face down from Brooklyn Joker. We took you inside the ring for that one. Was that the knockout shot to get him the victory? 2 count. He did his damage. He did his damage, but it wasn't enough to win. Knee strike. Yeah, El Toro, Tyrese both look good in their match tonight. The EWF making its presence known here on the turf of the MVWF. Man, look at these two guys just standing up to each other. Jesse trying to fire up. Joker, clothesline over the top rope. Joker fell hard to the floor. Jesse just stalking him inside the ring, top rope. Leg drop! Oh, fuck, the goddamn railing got in the way. Oh, boy, that would have been a great camera shot. Damn. And now Jesse Jackhammer with the advantage here, and now stomping Brooklyn Joker on the mat here at MVWF DeathProof. It's Melanie now. Perhaps replacing a turnbuckle, replaced by Brandon Bones. Or removed by Brandon Bones, should I say. Brooklyn Joker, you can see looking out of the corner of his eye at Brandon Bones. Now, he wasn't showing so much distance here. Big time splash, and man, that's a big man to come down on top of you. And Bones saw that right in front of him. Oh, man, look at those feet coming right into your living room. Double elbows from the second rope. And Brandon Bones, oh, get involved! Come on, referee. Brooklyn Joker gonna choke his boy right in front of him. Top wrist lock. Taunting Brandon Bones, looking right down at him. His Brooklyn Joker says, get a look at this. Watch me out wrestle Jesse Jack. Oh, sidestepped it. And again looking at Brandon Bones while he does it. Brooklyn Joker on the hunt. He should be Brooklyn Hunter. Been hunting Brandon Bones, but it's now time for the jackhammer. Oh, and perhaps Brooklyn Joker distracted by Brandon Bones. 1, 2, and the right shoulder came up just in time. And Bones frustrated now. Suplex into the corner. Jesse jackhammer to the top rope. MVWF DeathProof, and man, the lethal drop kick from Jesse Jackhammer hits the mark more than it misses. Midsection kick, double underhook on the show, dropped him for the slam. Kicked him off. Jesse showing some good defense. Float over, DDT. And after taking the curb stomp earlier, you gotta wonder about the head of Brooklyn Joker and a Fisherman Buster. Jesse now tearing at the shoulder, perhaps trying to take away some of the overpowering strength of Brooklyn Joker. Oh, look at him. Yeah, he's hurt the shoulder right there. Brooklyn Joker may have separated the shoulder right there and popped it back in. I'm not sure about that. Oh, backbreaker, combo, neckbreaker. And a lot of the steam taken out of Brooklyn Joker. Jesse to the top rope, elbow drop. And Bones now up to his usual bullshit. Kicks him off. Melanie getting to work, doing what she's supposed to do here, whittling away at that thing, and now Jesse trying to take away some of the mobility of Brooklyn Joker. Again, Jesse, good strategy here. Picking his man apart. I mean, Jesse's going to have to wrestle like the smaller guy because he is the smaller guy, even though wrestling as the smaller guy may not be what Jesse's used to. Off the ropes he goes. Canadian elbow, this time it misses. Oh, flying elbow. Glancing blow, didn't knock him down. Off the ropes. Man, tilt-a-whirl slam. Brooklyn Joker to the top rope. Get up, motherfucker, he says. And no laughing matter. Jesse in trouble. Kick out at 2. And the crowd erupts. The crowd loves Jesse Jackhammer. Uh-oh. Another curb stop. Boom! Perhaps trying to knock him out. Canadian curb stomp. Shoulders down. No! Jesse in anguish over that 2 count. I haven't even talked about J.W. Caliber at ringside, but now he's in the guard the leaf. Guard the leaf Joker. Submission hold, and he taps! He taps! What a battle here! And I have to say, a bit of an upset. I would have said Brooklyn Joker was the favorite going into this thing. But Jesse Jackhammer, slowly but surely, climbed the ladder, climbed the mountain that is Brooklyn Joker. The jackhammer didn't get it done. And man, but I think there was a couple of curb stomps in there that really rattled Brooklyn Joker, and I think at one point, Brooklyn Joker might have separated his shoulder. I think I might have seen him even pop it back in. I wouldn't be surprised at the end of the show here if Brooklyn Joker showed up on the injured list, and there's the guard to leave, and he had a tap. That had to be cramping that. Yeah, they're boys. The Bones Enterprises, Extreme Chaos in the EWF, victorious here so far tonight. Brandon Bones, of course, in the gift of gab, and LTD cut a fire promo literally last night. You can see it at the EWF Discord or on the MVWF YouTube channel. Now, this match, again, a 3-on-1 match here. Now, folks, don't flip out here, because you see, the thing that's happening here is that this is going to be the gang-style beatdown initiation match. Ricky the Dragon Steam Honk, also known as Macho Honk Honky Savage, Hollywood Honk Hogan, Sir Honkington of Hampshire, MC Honky Lips Pat Doyle himself. And he's been feuding with the MVWO because he injured Whiteside with the pile driver in retaliation for the MVWF's ruining his MVWF main event at Matchmania 777, where he lost the World's Heavyweight Championship to the retiring Dan Crane. And that has been the backstory. Now, behind the scenes, due to their mother scolding both men, telling them to get along or else, this was the solution they came up with. Doyle, Westside Ito, and the returning Whiteside from his injury will go 3-on-1 against Ricky the Dragon Steam Honk here. And if Steam Honk can actually impress or make an impression here, he will be accepted as the new fourth member, replacing Dan Crane in the MVWO, because the MVWO has been trying to find itself since Dan Crane retired at Matchmania 777. And if he wins, holy shit, they would have to let him in now. But of course, you can see the whole switch over to the Ricky the Dragon Steamboat thing, showing that he's going to be a good guy. He's going to be a babyface. But look at what you're looking at right here. He's still got, from the neck up, all the Macho Honk stuff. The stuff that he did when he injured Whiteside. Will he change his moves? Will he change his attitude? Miss Elizabeth isn't out there. The MVWO is trying to throw up 4. Ricky the Dragon Steam Honk is only throwing up 1.
The World Wrestling Federation, for over 50 years, the revolutionary force in sports entertainment. The following is a 3-on-1 handicap match. Making his way to the ring, representing the Knights of the Round Table from Sarasota, Florida, weighing in at 201 pounds, Ricky the Dragon Steam Honk.
Ricky the Dragon Steam Honk has promised to change his ways. And if he truly has, and if he shows that kind of fighting spirit here tonight, that kind of fighting fire, perhaps the MVWO will accept him. But the crowd's still booing him. He's got to earn that respect. What's this? The MVWO's coming out to Dan Crane's theme music. They're rubbing it in Steam Honk's face. Man, the symbology here is cutting to the bone as the MVWO makes their entrance to Dan Crane's theme song, The Return of the Cursed Astronaut by Scissor Fight. Reminding him of Dan Crane being the man that won the MVWF championship from him at Matchmania 777. The MVWO might accept Steam Honk, but they're not going to make it easy, and it's 3-on-1 here. Westside Ito having recently just returned to the fold here. Steam Honk making the argument that if you can re-accept Westside Ito into the MVWO, you can accept Ricky the Dragon Steam Honk. There they are, full power. Oh, there's that flying knee strike. Steam Honk is going to have to use every bit of cunning in his arsenal here, because these MVWO members can rotate, tag in and out, stay fresh for a lot longer. They can run the clock out here. And look at this capacity crowd. And Ito feeling good about being back as a member of the MVWO. Ito Kanrana. And the elbow drops. Gonna stop Steam Honk from doing any aerial maneuvers. Again, working the leg now, grinding him up. But it remains to be seen. Will the MVWO try to make it quick and painless? Or will they try to make him suffer? Because right now, it's looking like they're gonna try and make him suffer. Oh, stuffed the neckbreaker attempt right there. Steam Honk with a chance, and here he comes with the chops. Open hand chops. They're legal maneuvers. And a quick tag. Ito got the fuck out of there, and now it's brother versus brother. Doyle now lines him up. Oh, got him. Doyle just won the unique opportunity briefcase. He's got a championship shot coming to him somewhere in the near future. Though he didn't bring it with him to the ring. Clotheslines him on the throat. And now Doyle tags in Whiteside. Whiteside took that pile driver on the floor, and you know he wants to hurt. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No! 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 Oh, I thought he was going to try and give him a humanure. Right on the neck. Macho Hawk elbow. I don't know if you're asking me. Looks like he's still wrestling like the Macho Hawk. He doesn't look like he's changed his ways. High crossbody. That was Steamboat-like. 1, 2. Kick out at 2. El Toro backstage, feeling good about his victory tonight, and a side headlock by the Macho Hawk. Gonna work on that neck, perhaps, of Whiteside now that he's got him in the ring. Perhaps maybe if the Macho Hawk, Ricky the Dragon Steam Honk can cut off Whiteside here from his partners. God, if he tried to injure Whiteside again, I don't know what would happen. Clothesline for Westside Ito. Man, Whiteside is down. Look at that. Oh, feet on the ropes right there. Trying to steal it just like he did to Westside Ito last week. Yeah, just last week, the Macho Man, Honky Savage, faced Westside Ito, defeated him, pinned him with his feet on the ropes. Doyle now calling for a death maneuver kick to... Oh, Red Dragon! Spit combination kick brainbuster right there. Bounces off the referee. Oh, gonna hang him in the tree of... Whoa! Doing that to his brother. Doyle now trying to fire up the crowd, get him behind him. Oh, big time boxing punches. Man, nice boxing combination right there by the Irish scrapper, Ryan Doyle. Westside Ito, the Japanese-American immigrant. Top rope, big times, Ito splash. Caught him, full impact. Into the corner. Steam Hawk fires the elbow out of there. Side headlock takeover. And again, trying to save his stamina here and trying to wear down the MVWO piece by piece. But he got caught in a corner right there, and he got double shot. Oh, and again, the numbers game. But the Macho Hawk, Ricky the Dragon, Steam Honk, can't make up our mind here, and now he's got him in the half crab and picked the ankle, did Westside Ito as the counter. MVWO fans at ringside, and again, Doyle with the outside shot to the back of the head. Oh, look at this. Look at the submission hold. And Whiteside having to come in to save Ito. He might have gotten the submission right there. Sunset flip. Shoulders down. Oh, reversal. Reversal again. And only a 1 count. Get your fingers out of the way. Uh-oh, flying double chicken wing submission hold! Submission hold, and Ito again has to be saved, this time by Doyle. This gang-style 3-on-1 beatdown could result in Ricky the Dragon Steam Honk being adopted into the MVWO. But do they really even want him? And what will he have to do in order to get them to forgive and accept him. Splash! Tag to his brother. And here comes Unbreakable Ryan Doyle, the man with the unique opportunity briefcase. A title shot anytime he wants. He's like, what the fuck were you thinking? Pile driving Whiteside on the fucking floor. And of course, the Macho Hawk knows the difference between being famous and infamous. Top rope. There it is, the Steamboat High Crossbody, center of the ring. 1, 2, oh my God, they had to make the save. Or did Doyle get the left shoulder up? Wow! Flying uppercut right there, caught Doyle walking right into it. But he still had some defense on him. Into the corner goes Ricky the Dragon Steamhawk. Sleeper hold, jawbreaker! Uh-oh, Bukkake Tsunami! On the back of his head, shoulders down, 1, 2, kick out at 2. Humanure, boom, onto his head. That's gotta be it. It's over. 2. Wow, left shoulder came up. And Steamhawk showing some spirit here. Clothesline in the corner. Doyle down on the mat. Steamhawk with the kick. And now into the octopus. Submission hold. No one coming to make the rescue here. And Doyle manages to power his way free. Doyle, a submissions expert on his own. A student of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, of Irish boxing, the Irish martial arts known as fuck yeah. Steamhawk, DDT onto his head. Doyle, good counter move. Oh, some assistance right there. Doyle was about to get reversed. Man, and the MVWO now taking its shots at the man who injured Whiteside with the pile driver on the floor. Man, what an amazing shot right there off the second rope. Will that be enough to put him away? 1, 2, kick out again. Man, how much more can Ricky the Dragon Steamhawk take? Double chicken wing, double flying chicken wing. Doyle, will he tap? Will he give up? Oh, he reversed with the arm drag. Surprise move. And now, Steamhawk stuck in the corner again. Caught the right hand. Doyle down on the floor. Oh, drags Ito into the ring. Man, now, Steamhawk taking the fight to the MVWO, but too many members in the way. Trying to find his way around Whiteside right there, who was acting as a human shield. See, anytime Steamhawk thinks he should be able to do something over there, Whiteside runs a little interference, intimidates him. Steamhawk doesn't quite know what to do. And now drags Whiteside into the ring. Gut shot to Westside Ito. Dodge Doyle right there. Man, Steamhawk bringing the fight to the MVWO here. Here it is. Flying double chicken wing. Submission hold! Oh, Doyle countered again. And now they go face to face. Stucks the right hand. It is submission. The octopus hold. Doyle. He taps! He taps! What an upset! Sting Hawk did it! He defeated the MVWO 3-on-1! They've got to respect that! Ladies and gentlemen, history has been made! Ricky, the Dragon Steamhawk, has done the impossible! Unbelievable! Right there, the octopus hold. Man, he was absolutely persistent. Can you believe it, ladies and gentlemen? 3-on-1, and one is victorious. Alrighty, folks, the World Tag Team Championships are on the line. 20-minute Iron Man Tag Team match here. Tables only. One of the more popular formats here in the MVWF. This one is a 20-minute sprint. The World Tag Team titles are on the line. Primetime Shawn Sanders, W Styles showed how incredibly invincible they seemed against the Dark Horsemen just last week, earning them this title shot going over 30 minutes. They've got the stamina. They've got the impact. And the World Tag Team titles are on the line here as the unlikely pairing of former rivals Kyle Empire and Adrian Knight united by the most divisive wrestler in the history of the MVWF, the Skinny Wolf, uniting them here to focus on becoming the World Tag Team Champions, and they did. They destroyed the VWA uppercut and fisticuffs. And now they will defend the tag team titles against the former World Heavyweight Champion and the Bones Enterprise Chief of Security, W Styles. And Brandon Bones will be at ringside. Are you ready?
My cranium is vibranium. My brain is of uranium and titanium. 45s who aiming to organize the stadium. Tell them, take cover, I warned you not to play with them. Them borderline war crimes, you got away with them. Who came to save the day and brought the K with them? To read the people's chant from the equal team. trying to keep it clean. Long as all my people solid, Dean. I've been in the music scene long as Adam leads, making salaries, still accumulating calories, demonstrating how to breathe cynically. Genovese, I've been a reason to freeze. Read cheese in the league on my own, getting cheese. I will hurt Hercules, I will murk most of the scenes. I'm the last one to show up, the first one to leave the crime scene. The obscene salon fame, the
W. Styles, the chief of security, the bodyguard. And now, one half of the contenders for the World Tag Team Championship, teaming up with the former world champion, primetime Shawn Sanders.
Middle America school cafeterias and cul-de-sacs. I told you that the boss is back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That shit hard. I said, my cranium is vibranium. My brain is on uranium and titanium. 45s who aiming them, organize the stadium. Tell them, take cover, I warned you not to play with them. Them borderline war crimes, you gotta wait with them. We came to save the day and brought the cake with them. To read the people's chant from the equal team, trying to keep it clean. Long as all my people solid, Dean. I've been in the music scene long as Adam leads, making salaries, still accumulating.
Listen to this ovation for primetime Shawn Sanders.
I will hurt Hercules, I will murk most of the scenes. I'm the last one to show up, the first one to leave the crime scene. The obscene salon theme, the ridiculous rhyme scheme, the stick to the grind scheme, the hell with the hygiene. It's a dirty bomb, word is 730 times. Disaster level 9/11 meets 11-9. Catastrophe beyond incredible, I redefine the seventh sign. Fast hysteria, mass hysteria from Damascus, Syria to Middle America school cafeterias and cul-de-sacs. I told you that the boss is back. You know what I'm saying?
Primetime Shawn Sanders, the fastest rising star in the entirety of e-fitting. Former MVWF World Champion, current EWF Extreme World Champion, having defeated JP, the flag shitter. The Core, the World Tag Team Champions. They surrender the tag team titles to referee Skip Tracy. "20-minute Iron Man tables match. This one's going to be a sprint. Let's put the HUD on. That way we can keep score. Tag titles are on the line. Brennan Bones is at ringside. Who knows if he'll get involved? Over the ropes goes Kyle Empire. And the first table is inside the ring, and W. Styles is showing Kyle Empire what it's like to be a scary motherfucker. Man, Primetime went for a ride. Adrian Knight, Kyle Empire, two big guys in their own right. And Adrian Knight has the first table ready to set it up. Bones up to some bullshit over in the corner. And the Skinny Wolf, the instigator here, the man that united two former hated enemies in Kyle Empire and Adrian Knight and made them into World Tag Team Champions. And boy, Primetime gets dumped at the feet of Brandon Bones. But William Styles gives Adrian Knight a kiss with the table. Oh, Kyle Empire got caught right there. Drops the elbow on him. Adrian Knight throwing hammers. Adrian Knight, a former World Tag Team Champion with a different tag team partner named Mr. Nightmare, who no longer competes in the MVWF. Adrian Knight's history, of course, is an anonymous person that had contacted me through the PlayStation, asked to join the MVWF, and I said yes immediately. Disappeared for several years due to injury and the fact that I just never got around to making them, and returned here a couple years back and was kind of listless, directionless, trying to find his way. Won some matches here and there, but lost most of the important ones. And then, of course, got right back into it with Kyle Empire, just like they've never stopped feuding. Coming to an abrupt halt, thanks to the machinations of the Skinny Wolf. And as you can see on screen, the countdown clock in the upper right-hand corner. 17 minutes left. No score as of yet. Man, good cutter right there. And Kyle Empire to the top rope. From behind, caught him with the double sledge. And there's the fastball punch. The two-sports superstar, Kyle Empire, the starting pitcher for the Nashua Silver Knights, also known as the Boston Baked Beans. Northern Lights suplex from W. Styles. Oh, and threw the table at him. Not so invincible now, are you? And Primetime looking like he's vulnerable in the corner. And we've got two turnbuckle pads off. What a dangerous situation. And look at this spectacle here for this sold-out crowd for MVWF DeathProof. Table set up center of the ring. Primetime to the top rope. And comes down with a big sledge for Adrian Knight. Oh, it's going to be Kyle Empire. Adrian Knight is in the ring right now. W. Styles. Oh, saved himself. Stayed off the scoreboard right there. Adrian Knight now puts W. Styles through the table. And then the tag team champions are up by one. And they got their hands full of tables right now, and down goes W. Styles. Very surprised that he was the first person to get scored on. Yeah, W. Styles, I'll change your entrance if you want. Just go to the Discord and describe whatever you want for your entrance or whatever. I'll fix it for you. And outside the ring, there's action, but inside the ring, Kyle Empire maybe looking to make it a statement for a very recent former world's champion. Kyle Empire, of course, was a double champion, was a world's heavyweight champion and tag team champion with his brother, Nick Jackson. Oh, W. Styles dropped on his head on the floor. And of course, Kyle Empire has the most consecutive title defenses of any championship title reign with 11 straight title defenses. Whoa! German suplex! Sent him flying. Prime time into the table. He's vulnerable right now. Adrian Knight gonna try and score the second point. Oh! And the Kyle Empire scores the second point instead. The tag team champions up by 2. But little more than 13 minutes left. Plenty of time for the challengers. Shout out to this primetime fan right here. Oh, good defense there by Adrian Knight. Action inside the ring, outside the ring. Fall Nelson suplex on the floor. Perhaps breaking the neck of Kyle Empire. Primetime coming to stop Adrian Knight. He has been on fire this match. Now he's fighting both men. And he's got another table set up. As is Kyle Empire. The tag team champions working together. Oh, W Styles not getting caught though. Oh no, the DDT. Adrian Knight laser focused. Uh-oh, Kyle Empire doesn't get him. Spin kick right there. Knocked his head off. William Styles. Adrian Knight fighting right by the table. Primetime says put him through the fucking table. Oh, 450 splash from the top rope to the floor on Kyle Empire. What a daring move. Oh, and now William Styles just throws the stairs on Adrian Knight. And honestly, I think that was kind of necessary right there because Adrian Knight has been on fire this whole match. Uh-oh. Oh, look at Primetime just throws him. Another way to die. Good reversal. William Styles now in Primetime throwing a fresh table in the ring. He's got dastardly plans for it. William Styles is beating up Adrian Knight now. Kyle Empire has not moved since that 450 splash from the top rope to the outside. And look at the double chicken wing like we just saw. Oh, and Primetime again taking out Kyle Empire. Oh, man, throwing boots. No one gets it. Look at Brandon Bones putting his hand on Adrian Knight. Bones offering some assistance here to the challengers. It is still 2-0 with a little less than 10 minutes left of the time limit. Oh, did you see Adrian's head? Adrian's Knight. Oh, Adrian's head Knight. Good night to your head. Inside the ring now. William Styles. Adrian Knight. Kyle Empire and Adrian Knight have both scored points here in this match. Uh-oh, look at this. German suplex into the table. Back body drop. Man, Adrian Knight has been unstoppable, and he's going for another table. And just throws it at prime time. Good night, Irene. This is not what's going to win the match, though. But maybe it'll slow Adrian Knight down. Maybe not. The Skinny Wolf watching on, the ringleader of this whole thing. Man, all of that on the shards of tables out there. Off the shoulder, TKO on the table. And now Adrian Knight looking to interrupt W Styles. And slams him through the table. W Styles gets the challengers on the scoreboard. 8 minutes left. Swanton on prime time. W Styles putting the combinations on Adrian Knight, who looks like he's finally beaten down. But here comes Kyle Empire to interrupt. Oh, but William Styles had it scouted. Sets up a table. Could tie it up here. Kyle Empire had the defense. Oh, but prime time with the double team here as the challengers look to be on the offense here. And Adrian Knight all by himself inside the ring with primetime Sean Sanders. Skinny Wolf yelling at Adrian Knight to get to his feet. Perhaps inspired him to rally right there. Oh, what a spin kick. Adrian Knight now grabbing the steps. Oh, and the Oriental spike. No dice on that one. Inside heel kick. Adrian Knight putting together the shots. That table is already cracked. And Adrian Knight might put Primetime through it. Primetime shuts him down. Styles is down. And now the tag team champions are inside the ring, and Kyle Empire and Primetime battling tables. Kyle Empire wins the fight. Down goes Primetime. Little less than 6 minutes left. The score is 2-1. Well, El Toro, I didn't actually do an entrance when you were in that Battle Royal earlier on, or in the 8-man tag, whichever match you were in. And Styles now throws the table at him. Oh, look at that. Put everything behind it. But Primetime picking up the scraps here. It's 8 p.m., motherfucker. Boom on the floor. But Primetime came in, and Styles, who was falling behind right there. And now perhaps Kyle Empire may be vulnerable here to Primetime. We may have a chance to tie it up with less than 5 minutes left in the time limit. The challengers are down. Styles rolls away so they can't put him through the table. Smart move. Adrian Knight distracted by Brandon Bones, buying the challenger some time. Oh! Primetime kicked his head off! Primetime trying to put himself through the table. Maybe steal a point that way. I don't know. Flying elbow from the top rope. Primetime dodging Kyle Empire. There's so many tables out there right now. Oh, dodge the fastball punch. The starting pitcher for the Boston Baked Beans loves to throw that fastball. Good interruption right there. Adrian Knight vulnerable up against the table. If Primetime would just turn around. But instead, he's going to try and give Kyle Empire a concussion. And William Styles takes too long to get over there. Adrian Knight stayed focused this whole match. Primetime in trouble. Kyle Empire gonna get him up in the air. Primetime cuts him off. And Adrian Knight distracted by Brandon Bones while he's armed with a chair. Primetime now has Kyle Empire vulnerable. German suplex to tie it up with 2.5 minutes left. It'll be sudden death. Primetime, staying focused, grabs the table. Him and William Styles are in the ring. The legs are up. The legs are up. Backbreaker. Put up through the table. Oh, banged his head off the table. William Styles, this is your chance. He's got him. Oh, the champion. One half of the champions. The most timely defense probably of the entire match. Styles now. He's in vulnerable position. Less than 2 minutes left. Brandon Bones trying to hold it together. Styles now realizing where the table is. Perhaps there's his chance. Kick to the midsection. Uh-oh, here comes Kyle Empire. Through the table. Yes! They've taken the lead. 70 seconds left. But Kyle Empire, he's on it. "45 seconds left here. Oh my God. Are we going to have new tag team champions here? Last possible moment. A submission hold isn't going to do it for you. Oh, Kyle Empire. They are not making good decisions right now. 30 seconds left. And there's a table right there that could tie this up. And they would still retain the titles. Power bomb. And Bones feeling like he's got it in position here. Oh my God! Threw that chair across the room. W Styles gonna put the exclamation point on it. They are now new tag team champions.
That shit hard. I said, my cranium is vibranium. My brain is of uranium and titanium. 45s who aiming them, organize the stadium. Tell them, take cover, I warned you not to play with them.
And new World Tag Team Champions, Bones Enterprises, Extreme Chaos, Prime Time, Shawn Sanders, and W Styles. They did not give up, folks. They trailed in the score throughout the majority of this match. Adrian Knight was laser focused
30 times. Disaster level 9/11 meets 11/9. Catastrophe beyond incredible, I redefine. The seven sign, fast hysteria, mass hysteria from the mass hysteria to middle America school, cafeterias and cul-de-sacs. I told you that before she's back.
Wow.
The Hippocratic oath, observing this whole circus from a diplomatic post. My word and its whole purpose, a cinematic scope. The earth and its whole surface, I consider that its host. Savers, Sammy Davis, Belafonte, Quincy Jones, Mahatma Gandhi, James Ball with Jesse Owens. Running from a cop car, me and Akbar. I changed from a rock boy to a rock star. Hijacked the elevator to the top floor. I'm taking everything that's left like a south.
Alrighty, folks, this one is a can't-miss match right here, and it's going to be 2 out of 3 falls for the MVWF World Money Championship. A challenge laid down by the champion himself. So impressed he was by the performance of St. Cloud over nights 1 and 2 of WrestleMania. Yep, Sensei watched both shows. He saw the St. Cloud match against JP, and what spirit he showed there. Offered him the first championship match, and now offering him one more because St. Cloud came so close to becoming the World Money Champion. I like Primetime's theme song. That's Streets by Black Thought. One of the best rappers going. One of the best freestyle rappers ever. But St. Cloud, what an impressive performance this young Canadian did at WrestleMania. And he's going to challenge here. Man, this is something else. Representing the EWF here tonight as the friendly competition between the two federations bearing tremendous fruit here tonight in this collaborative effort here between the MVWF, Brandon Bones, Damon Andrews, and of course the EWF's Beast. Rockstar couldn't be here tonight. Rockstar, you will be on the show at some point. I will find you. And here comes Sensei Mark Zaleski, the champion. This man has been through so much. The bombing of the Cobra Kai dojo, the many battles, being a thrall, chained, in the chains of Agamemnon, rescued by Cobra Kai, and of course all the bitter feelings over the years, being unable to win a singles championship until he finally won the Big Money World Championship. What an event it has been here tonight at MVWF's DeathProof. New tag team champions. Big upset. Dragonheart Jr. defeating Kurt Maple. El Toro pinning Ron Awesome. The champion, staring down at the gold that means so much to him. And referee Joe Stromboli, former senior referee, suspended for many years, made some controversial calls. And here we go. St. Cloud. Oh, nicely done. Float over DDT. Catches Sensei early on. And perhaps maybe St. Cloud, if he's truly learned from his mistakes of the first match. I mean, it really came down to a single move that he missed that cost him the championship. Ah. Shot to the midsection. But man, Sensei has been on such a roll as of late. And that's what he kept telling them all throughout WrestleMania. I'm number one. And now the uppercut asserts himself. Oh, look at that. Didn't want to give him a second bite at the apple. Here in the semi-main event. I mean, and you got to give it up for Sensei here, being a fighting champion. I mean, making the challenge, giving this young man a rematch here, making his debut in the MVWF in the semi-main event position here. Because they stole the show at EWF's WrestleMania just a few weeks ago. Look that up for yourself, folks. Go out of your way to check that match out. It was an absolute classic. Wow, one-footed drop kick right there. Caught Sensei unawares. And the count continues outside the ring. The champion throws the challenger back inside the ring. And they tie up. Primetime Sean Sanders is on record to say that St. Cloud is the best technical cruiserweight in the world. And that is high praise coming from a former MVWF World Heavyweight Champion and the current EWF Extreme World Champion, as well as the brand new MVWF World Tag Team Champion. And look at that float over DDT right there. Sensei rolled off of it though. He's okay. All right, look at that, a deli cutter right there. And look at this, stump puller. But of course, you know Sensei, he stretched, he warmed up before the match. That's not going to be a move that's going to work too well for him. And look at this capacity crowd respond to St. Cloud here tonight. And conspicuous by their absence is the rest of Cobra Kai not coming out to ringside here, perhaps out of respect for St. Cloud. Boom! Coast-to-coast drop kick. And the champion in trouble for the first time. 1, 2 counts only, and the left shoulder came up. Leading Sensei over to the ropes. St. Cloud takes him over the top rope. A daredevil move. And look at him prompting him. Oh. Did he twist his ankle right there? St. Cloud got nothing for that. Off the shoulders, though. Referee employing the 20 count outside the ring here in the MVWF. And now St. Cloud now going to try and take away some of those karate kicks, man. Sensei has been so fucking sniper-like with his kicks as of late. St. Cloud allowing the count. Perhaps maybe catching his breath a little bit here. Going to try and save his stamina. He knows Selesky is a... Oh, flying neck breaker from the top to the floor. Followed up by the moonsault. Fantastic timing. And a standing shooting star press. Fantastic combination. He was waiting for his spot right there. Very good patience shown by the challenger here to set himself up for that. And it paid off. Oh! You barely had a chance to even see that kick. It was so fast. Into the post, and Sensei making him pay. Great recovery by Sensei here. Taking you right into the front row. Body slammed him on the floor. And a knee strike to the face. Sensei, very deliberate moves here. Boom! Not taking any risks. Perhaps if he's going to save the risk-taking, save it for the Steve Perry press. And look at St. Cloud there. You can see he learned something. He absolutely caught that kick right there. St. Cloud taunting Sensei here to tell him to get into the ring. And takes him down with an arm breaker. Going to take away some of those karate strikes. Oh, a little misdirection right there. St. Cloud now. Yes, this is what he was hitting at WrestleMania. The Bulldog! And just like at WrestleMania, it busted Sensei open. 1, 2. And Sensei gets the right shoulder up just in time. And the referee says 2. Oh, caught him. Caught him. Sensei had that counter. He used that at WrestleMania as well. Clotheslines him in the corner. Out of the corner comes St. Cloud. Selesky now with offense on his mind. Inverted atomic drop. St. Cloud stunned. And he collapses under the weight of the impact on his groin. Oh, interrupted whatever he was going for right there. Could be reversal here. Victory roll. Shoulders down for the championship first fall. Oh, look at that. Nice sidestep. Blocked the clothesline. Punked him a little bit right there. Grabbed him by the man bun. Uh-oh, look at this right here. Rolls him into the corner. Chaos Theory! Full impact on the head and neck. And Selesky is stunned. Hey. Oh, C4 walked him right into it. Oh, it made him stunned himself a little bit, though. Don't hurt yourself when you do your moves. And I think that level of hesitation was enough for Sensei to find the opening, hit the kick, busted him open. Ah, 2 count only. And Selesky thought he had the victory right there. He was very surprised. He thought that was the knockout shot. And now it is time for the Steve Perry press. No! He got out of there. Had it scouted. Body scissors. Bulldog for the second time. St. Cloud for the first fall. 1, 2. Left shoulder came up. Clothesline. Ball got him, coming in with the karate kick. Leg sweep. Could not sweep the leg on him. St. Cloud wagged his finger at him, but that might have been a mistake. Boom, end zone. And this was how he pinned him, with his hand on the chest. But the left shoulder came up. Of course, last time he did that, it was on the floor, on the concrete. And a bleeding St. Cloud, the karate kicks from the curly-toed boots, opening him up. And Selesky now gonna work him over. And it might be time for the Steve Perry press. No, maybe not. Moonsault connected. 1, 2. Right shoulder came up. And Sensei, perhaps regretting laying down this challenge here, to St. Cloud. Nice counter. St. Cloud still in this thing. Into the corner. Oh, what has St. Cloud got in store for him here? Got him all the way up on the top rope. Sensei is vulnerable here. Perhaps a superplex. Yes! He got him, but he hurt himself. And the crowd is loving it. Face first to the turnbuckle. St. Cloud now drop kicked him in the corner, and now the springboard. Oh, and Selesky was out of there. He had it scouted. And now Selesky. Steve Perry press. No, the leg drop. Subverting expectations is the Sensei. And the first fall still not achieved. And Sensei is absolutely crushed. He thought the leg drop got it done. And putting the boots to him. Another classic here coming out of these two. Got him coming off the ropes. All that momentum behind the forearm. St. Cloud stunned, and Sensei saying he's got him. Nice kick to the head. And Sensei perhaps taking the time to taunt his man. And it's now time, once again, for the end zone! Hand on his shoulder. And the first fall goes to the champion. Oh, but St. Cloud comes alive. Yeah, trying to rally the crowd. Quick, even it up. Even the score. And clotheslines him over the top rope. And St. Cloud now. Sensei cuts him off. Sensei now called upon the power here. Boom! Cobra Kai kick for the knockout shot. And now it's time. Steve Perry press, but he's out of there. Playing possum. Oh, but he didn't have anything on it. He's hurting more than he's showing. is St. Cloud. You can see how bruised and battered he is. Countered him. Victory roll to even it up. Roll a pin. Turned him over. Sensei counter move. And for the championship. Once again, a worthy adversary in the form of St. Cloud, but this time Sensei takes him 2 straight. Boom! That was the kick that busted him open. Man, St. Cloud, he showed a lot of toughness here, and Sensei did not rely on the Steve Perry press to get him the victories here. He went through a complete, laundry list of high top rope moves. The leg drop, the moonsault, he's been hitting those with regularity as of late. And that's right there where was the turning point in the match. He cut him off for whatever St. Cloud was, whatever big move he had in store for him, and kicked him right in the bloody wound. And even though he countered with the victory roll, he reversed it and defended the title, man. And you see he kicked out there right at the last second. Give him credit, just a half second too late. And another successful title defense as Cobra Kai has kept a stranglehold on both world championships here in the MVWF. And now, folks, it is time for our main event. Just last week, both of these men went to a half-hour draw in a 2 out of 3 falls match. Too Cool Koito, with his first one-on-one match for the MVWF World Heavyweight Champion, accompanied by his army of sugar babies. The Proletariat Playboy scored the first fall on Dennis, the Take-A-Hit Man Hart, who is now in his second reign as MVWF World Champion. A broken wrist, and having survived so much damage, so many injuries over the last few years. The 137 barbed wire baseball bat strikes as a result of Last Call. Jeremy Love tried to end the career and the life of Dennis Take-A-Hit Man Hart. What a tragedy that almost was, and what a man he is for coming back all this time later to win the World Championship. But they went to a draw. And now the answered questions have yet to be answered. And that is what we need, is answers. Who is the better man? Dennis to take a hit, man Hart. Scoring a draw. I mean, he scored his tying. I mean, he was behind by that one score almost the entirety of the time limit. It was not an Iron Man match, but it still went the half hour. And with 2.5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes left, Dennis scored the tying point. And that technically counts as a successful title defense. But still no answers. So now Too Cool Koito with a second bite at the apple here, considering that he didn't get beat with any sort of finality here. This match now has me, Damian Andrews, as your special guest referee. Oh, wait. It's Damon Andrews coming out first. Me! Look how good I look.
Don't wanna fall in love, I just wanna get fucked. Traveling mountains, the hell I won't stop. Halloween, ketamine, jelly pop. Shoving in my brain, get it all mixed up like wow. I'm a trouble.
Well, that was perfectly timed.
Covered in mold. Come outside just to shout to strangers and a crawl in a hole like an ugly mole. I love drugs and sketchy pills, and my favourite ones are the ones that kill quickly. When I go when my loved ones miss me, well the answer's no. Chuck my corpse in a big main road.
Damien Andrews, me, your play-by-play man, going to be the special guest referee for this match. I'm going to stay as unbiased and call it straight down the middle, folks.
I'm an action guy. Lost my wife for a backward goodbye. No, don't talk to me unless it's an emergency. I gotta take a number 3. That's a piss and a shit and a wank in a tree. I said, hello there, can I fill your hole? She took one look and she told me no. I got a wife at home and she hates me. I sleep outside cause she makes me big. Come on, bring it. Come on.
And here comes the challenger. Too Cool Coito, the man that rid the MVWF of F-bomb.
I'm hanging out, getting drunk with my nigga Tom Dub. Hope someone mad love. Cause the money be right. I'm out of sight with the diamond shining bright, fool. Slap a bitch in a minute for free. But believe that all the money's coming.
And he's accompanied by his sugar babies. He scored the first fall. If it was a one-fall match, right now, Too Cool Coito would be the MVWF champion. I never would have thought these two would have been so evenly matched, but here we are. And what an ovation! Dennis, to take a Hitman Hart! The man with the cannabinoid-infusing mask. The cannabinoid-infusing knee braces. And of course you can see his left wrist all bandaged up, broken fingers. And here he is, ready to defend the championship. And call upon the power of marijuana! The man that rid the MVWF of Key-Man Ryan Crawford. And of course, the disciple of Sensei Mark Zaleski. Just saw his chieftain, his Capitan, defend the World Money Championship as Cobra Kai, like I said before, has a stranglehold on both World Championships. And you know they saw earlier tonight primetime Shawn Sanders and W Styles win the World Tag Team titles tonight. And you know Cobra Kai would like nothing more than to get their hands on those titles. Don't mind the audio, sweetening. And listen to this crowd here. For Big Johnny. champion now facing his destiny. Title defense here. Second title defense and second straight title defense for Too Cool Koito. And Damian Andrews, me, as the Beast referred to me as the world's most handsome Burger King manager. Dennis opens up with a clothesline. And the Sugar Babies looking on. Cheering on their man. The man in the assless chaps. Too Cool Koito. Oh, the girls couldn't even bear to look at that. A little too early for that. Ooh, and a bit of a different style atomic drop right there. Drops Dennis on his keister. And now Koito. And again, telling him to kiss his ass, baby. Double leg takedown. Jackknifes him, shoulders down. Again, too early for that shit. Both men have trained for this encounter here. But of course, they just fought each other just a week ago. So some of the damage there may still be relevant to... Oh no, the Hindenburg! Crashing and burning the way Hindenburgs oftentimes do. And misses the Hitman elbow off the second rope. And now Koito going to try to exploit the mistake. Got him. Off the ropes, elbow shot. Compensating for the strength difference here. Koito, a big man. But Dennis, an even bigger man. Knee lift. Up on the shoulders. TKO. Kiss his ass. Takes him down. Heel hook. Heel hook. Doesn't quite have it cinched in right, though. And Dennis, having not only trained in the Cobra Kai dojo, but has been recently working on his jiu-jitsu skills. But of course, generally speaking, when he's out there wrestling, he wrestles that King Kong style. He's going to pick you up, and he's going to throw you across the street. Up on the shoulders. Oh, man. Torture rack backbreaker. And he knocks the bottom out. Oh, senton splash. And Dennis steps right up, and Koito's like, what the fuck? Dennis may have been thinking about throwing Koito out in front of the girls. Oh, ouch, he threw him right into me. Don't do that. You'll mess my hair. Sends Koito down to the floor. Here comes Dennis now, and a cannabinoid infusing mask right to the codpiece. What kind of influence will Damian Andrews have on this match? Uh-oh. Alabama slam, and right on the back of the cannabinoid infusing mask. And of course, historically, when opponents have gone out of their way to damage Dennis, the key to doing so was damaging the cannabinoid infusing mask. And another body block right there. And there's the lovely ladies. And now the Tequila Sunrise submission hold right in front of the Sugar Babies. Dennis, though, handstands out of it. Good counter wrestling. Goes to the cover. 2 count only. Nice. Pancakes him down with the pancake DDT. And now, oh, he was thinking about the punt. The involuntary kick. Changed his mind. And a big body splash. Tries to give him the half Nelson with the leg hooks, but Dennis so strong. And he got free. Here comes Koido. Drop kick. And again, when you're a big man like that, throwing a drop kick low. Punted him right in the head. There's the involuntary kick, and the field goal is good. Main event. No. Dennis rallying deep here. Wow, and a new move there. Boy, Koido showing some aggressiveness here. Oh, got him, full impact. And Koido hell-bent on winning the MVWF World Championship and now consulting the Sugar Babies for what he should do next. Top rope, Koido calling to the people, the proletariat playboy, top rope. Caught him! Oh! And power bombed him on the cannabinoid-infusing knee brace. Koido absolutely caught off guard there. Half Nelson suplex, one of Dennis's staple moves. Koido had it scouted. Come on, bring it on, says Koido. He wants to win the championship. Into the top turnbuckle. Koido now. Dennis now. And Koido battling on the top rope. What is Koido gonna do? Elbow shots. Elbow shots. Will he manage to hit the Poison Rana? And he got him! But Koido felt the brunt of that impact as well. Shoulders down. 2. Shoulder comes up. Kiss his ass, he says. Over on the apron, and a knee drop off of the apron, cuts Dennis in half. He's not moving, folks. And Koido telling the camera, believe in me. And Dennis now finally starting to stir. 6 count outside the ring. A long 6 count, if you will. Oh, and that was all Dennis needed to recover. And he launches Koido into the air. Koido stunned here. Now bring him to his feet. Clotheslines him out of his chins. This time, out of the way. Missed the elbow off the second rope. Hit it earlier on, and Koido learned his lesson. Caught him coming between the ropes, battling yet again. Both men exhausted for the World Championship. Elbow shots. Oh, right on Dennis's head. Covers him, center of the ring. And the shoulder comes up. And Koito, you can see, frustrated Hindenburg. Oh, he came up short, too far away, too exhausted. Is too cool Koito. The champion gonna need some help here. Picks him up by the cannabinoid infusing mask. Kiss his ass, baby. Reversal over the top rope. And fucking clotheslined him on the top rope. Jerked Dennis's neck away. He may be feeling some neck pain at the moment. But hopefully that cannabinoid infusing mask is doing its job. Oh, man. Kicked him right in the fucking mask. Doing damage to it yet again, and Dennis, you can see he's hurting for certain. Perhaps the mask is damaged. Perhaps the cannabinoids aren't doing what they need to do. Perhaps Koito has him vulnerable here. What's he got? Up in the air, reverse suplex. Koito now, this time going to the top rope. With the back turn, double sledge from behind. Will this be enough? Goes for the cover. No! Man, these two guys elevating each other here tonight. Punts him. No, Dennis sidesteps. Clothesline takes him down. Star! Dennis now! To defend the championship. 1, 2, no! And the girls all behind Koito cheering him on. Dennis now mocking Koito. Perhaps a mistake. Picks him up, the big man slams him down. Drop kick, and Koito with 3 minutes left of the time limit here. Big time splash for the championship. And Koito kicks out at 2. And Dennis, exhausted, cannot believe it. Oh, punted him in the head. Stole his move. Inverted atomic drop. And off the ropes, big time boot. Senton. Koito now might be in position to do this here. He might get it done. Dennis is hurt. Alabama slam. Whammo! David Andrews in position. 2. And Dennis gets the right shoulder up. Koito now. Big time out of military kick for the title again. 1, 2. Yes! Up by 1. Up by 1. Minute and a half left. Half Nelson suplex. Dennis now sharpshooter. Sharpshooter to tie it up. To tie it up just like last time. Oh, he couldn't get him to submit. Koito refused to quit, but Dennis says, fuck it, goes for the pin instead. No, the right shoulder came up with less than 60 seconds left. Dennis is this close to losing the title. Dennis now with 40 seconds left to the top rope. He's going to take a high-risk move. Is this what it's going to take? Flying forearm! Full impact! He got him! 25 seconds left! 2! Kick out of 2! And Dennis might be out of ammo here. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes! What's the referee's decision? Here's the replays and the highlights, but who won the match? He got the only pinfall of the entire match. The stunner didn't get it done. What is Damon Andrews going to decide? Who? The Adam Vinatieri kick. Kicked him square in the cannabinoid-infusing mask, and it got the one fall of the match here. But we have yet to hear from the referee. And we have a new
World's Heavyweight Champion,
Too Cool Coito has achieved the unachievable goal. Scoring the only fall of the match, surviving the sharpshooter at the very end. Oh, what did I do? Congratulations right there to Too Cool Coito, the new MVWF World's Heavyweight Champion. Oh, I gotta redo this. Coito won. New champion. Unbelievable, folks. All right, let's go check out the injury list. There you have it, folks. The new MVWF World's Heavyweight Champion. The first singles belt in the entire 20-plus year career of Too Cool Coito. Congratulations. And primetime Sean Sanders and W. Styles have won the World Tag Team titles. And Frankie Fisticuffs is apparently cleared to compete. Folks, what an amazing event. I'm going to take a hit to that. What an event it has been here for the MVWF. 2 championships changed hands. In review. We had the 8-person Battle Royal. It's not showing who won it. Oh, yeah, Shadow. Shadow won that shit. in dominant fashion, by the way. And, of course, welcoming a whole bunch of EWF newcomers to the MVWF. Dragonheart Jr. advanced up the ladder to become a legitimate contendership in the heavyweight division, officially putting the cruiserweight belt on ice for a little while. The Beast won an incredible match over Braun Char here tonight. That was a banger right there. Did that right in front of Jeremy. And also tonight, Andrew Dubbs won the 8 superstar tag team match here, EWF versus the MVWF, pinning Ron Awesome. Jesse Jackhammer defeated Brooklyn Joker. Ricky the Dragon Steam Honk in one of the greatest upsets in MVWF history won a 1-on-3 match against the MVWO. Wow. And I guess they're going to have to accept him into the fold now as an official member of the MVWO. New World Tag Team titles. What a match this was. Behind in the score almost the entire match, William Styles and Primetime Sean Sanders were 2-0 for almost the entirety of the 20-minute 2-on-2 table Iron Man match. But they held it together. They stayed focused in spite of what an amazing performance by Adrian Knight. But they rallied. And in the end, 3-2, new tag team champions. And what a performance here. A show stealer, if there ever was one. 2 straight here for Sensei Mark Zaleski, who laid the challenge down to give a second chance to St. Cloud here tonight. St. Cloud coming up short. So many great counters, so many great sequences in that match. Living up to the hype. And, of course, tonight, new World's Heavyweight Champion here. Too Cool Koito finally achieving the dream. You know he's going back to the No-Tell Motel with the Sugar Babies. And, man, they're going to make some babies tonight. Well, folks, thank you for joining us. I am Damian Andrews. And we will see you next time.